Good morning. Welcome to Screen Junkies Universe. We have so much to talk about today because the Fantastic Beasts trailer is out. Plus, there's a bunch of other little news bits and bobs we're going to be talking about. Somebody wants to play Wolverine. Who? You'll find out. Stay tuned to this video. Joe Starr.
Hi.
I'm Roth Cornet. That's Spencer Gilbert. Roxy Striar.
Just pumped for myself.
Yeah.
Legitimate way to start the morning.
We had to have Spencer here today because he in the office, besides myself, who is wearing my Harry Potter shirt. I actually wasn't even thinking about it. Co-potheads right here in more ways than one. As you know in the comments, we are huge Harry Potter fans. So this is the Fantastic Beasts 2 trailer that has come out today. Spencer, what do you think? Sold? Not? More?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it.
I liked it too.
The fact that they just like boom right off the bat, Hogwarts in the sunshine. Oh, that's like everything that I didn't get out of the first one. And even though, it's still David Yates, so it's like this is a grown-up Harry Potter movie again. No one's gonna wear a robe or
that though.
You can't apparate inside Hogwarts.
Yeah.
But
no one read Hogwarts of History?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the driveway. You can.
I was going to call that and one other thing out, but go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. Sadly, I liked how little Newt Scamander was in it because he wasn't my favorite part of the first one, and I definitely did not like America in the first Hogwarts.
No one does.
But they brought along the best part, Jacob. You know, he's Dan Fogler's character is, and seemingly what's up?
Seemingly he has his memories.
It's magic. You
Okay.
know? Power of love.
The power of love.
Don't
back
question
at the
it,
end of
Roth.
the first
Don't
movie.
question it.
Yeah.
And look, Jude Law looks pretty cool as like a smarmy young Dumbledore. I don't get why everyone's in like a tailored menswear outfit now. Like everybody's gone full J. Crew, but it doesn't, like if you look back at the first one, like everyone's in robes and they're like they look a little scruffier and more wizardy, and now everyone's like GQ, like Wizards of Hogwarts.
Like you can't say it like that when you're wearing that shirt.
I know, right? I picked the wrong time to wear my nice shirt.
Yeah.
But
Way to try today.
I'm not in Hogwarts. Aside from that, I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I'm back.
I gotta say, I agree. And I wonder if that just speaks to Harry Potter fans in general, because that first shot that's just like, boom, we're gonna give you what you want, what you were missing. Here's Hogwarts. Don't worry about it. I was like, yes. And then when they were teasing Dumbledore, I agree. It's really difficult to play a younger Dumbledore because that character is such an archetype of like the old wise wizard and Merlin and all of these other things that have been embedded in our imaginations for years. So that now it's Jude Law is maybe gonna be a little tricky. One thing I noticed that Jude Law said at the end of the trailer is, I can't go after him myself. I can't have to go after Grindelwald myself. You have to do it, Newt. So I want to get from everybody why we think he can't, A, and B, why are you always sending other people to fight your battle?
Yeah, Dumbledore has a long history of sending like
He has to
helpless,
hold it
vulnerable
down.
people way over their heads.
No, he's got to stay and hold it down. That's it. Like, or maybe he got the flu.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got.
Oh, jeez.
Every time
I
I
can't
hear
operate
his
10 feet
name,
from a toilet.
it is so strange though. It was like the start of the trailer, like, "What do you think, Dumbledore?" Like they say it so loud and hit you over the head so hard.
Feels good.
And it's like, oh, so yep, there he is. That's what we're doing.
It
In
always
case you
reminds
didn't
me
know.
of Iron Man. One of the things Iron Man 2 did a good job at was making fun of reveals like that, where Don Cheadle stepped up as in his first shot as Rhodey. They were like, "Speaking on behalf of the defense, James Rhodes," and like it just like does like a hardcore zoom onto Don Cheadle, and he's like, "Yes, it's me, Rhodey. Let's stop talking about it."
Yeah.
Do you think, I mean, I hope it's because he's saying that because of the nature of their history. Like, it would be too hard for me. We know they do fight. I mean, they do fight. So in that moment, it's too hard for me to go up against him. Or is there some other, like, political machinations happening?
Will 100% be a political machination-y thing.
I don't
his
think
hands are tied at Hogwarts, or the Ministry's not openly acknowledging that Grindelwald is doing anything. Blah, 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 blah. I still wish it was Colin Farrell. Yeah, that's why it'll be. He's having to use an agent because the Ministry's watching.
But if you look at the end when they did that little fusion dance thing where they're like doing the same spell at the same time.
Yeah, when they're flash dancing.
2 spells at the same time, man.
2 spells,
One
2
cup?
wands.
Two wands, 1 cup. Yeah, that was. Yeah, there it is. That's intriguing. I assume that's Newt and Dumbledore. I didn't frame by frame it, but maybe they team up.
I don't think the audience could get behind emotionally. I just can't hang. So I think it has to be something political to answer your question.
I could get behind a mix. I think that's actually pretty interesting for the character because he stands for everything. He stands against everything that Dumbledore stands for. But if that's somebody that you really, really, really love, I mean, imagine the closest person in your life suddenly is the opposite of everything you believe in. They are a fascist. They want to hurt people. They want to bring down the world. Like, that's tricky. That's a hard thing to reconcile yourself to, that you're going to have to fight them. And hopefully we'll see some of that.
One thing I wanted to bring up is that, like Joe said, I wish it was still Colin Farrell, but Johnny Depp did not look as stupid in this shot as he did in the last one.
I agree. I almost wish he did, though.
He did not look. You still want him to look like he's like the backup touring bass player for 311?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Don't you dare speak about Peanut in that way. That said, in the first one, or Peanut's cousin, whoever backs him up, is the end of Fantastic Beasts, he looked like an aging Pringles guy or something like
awful.
that. Yeah. But in here he looks like aging, I don't know, like Willy Wonka on crack.
Actually, can we go back to that shot of him? Because he looks like Woody Harrelson from Hunger Games.
Yeah. If he was
dead.
If he was dead or a vampire.
That with my mouth.
Here's the one thing that'll that is a frown.
It's like Tilda Swinton.
How do you actually frown? Nobody ever talks about this.
How do you actually frown?
How do you frown?
Nobody talks about
No
this
one really
these
talks
days.
about frowning.
People teach you how to smile.
Roxy, give us your best frown. No, that works. Stop
Everybody
good.
frowns. Yeah.
It
Everybody
hurts.
frown.
It
Schlepla.
takes all the muscles.
It hurts because you're always so peppy. You're not
'cause I'm
meant
just
to be sad.
Happy all the time.
Yeah.
Look at me,
nothing's
cheery.
going on.
Roth, that's pretty good.
Oh, that's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Roth gets a lot of
people
practice.
That's how you got a cat now.
That's how I got a cat.
I want a cat.
Yeah.
Let me throw this guys out to you. Here's the one thing that'll make me accept Johnny Depp in this role. If he does a Cobra Commander voice, that's the one thing where I'll be like, all right, Johnny Depp, welcome back. If he's like, Dumbledore,
He might.
I'm an evil wizard. Like that's, I'll take it. Otherwise, not excited.
The people are talking about it, though. To your point, Joe, people are assuming that he's minimally featured in the trailer because the marketing team at WB knows that the fan base largely wanted him to be removed from the movie. That didn't happen. J.K. Rowling came out in defense of that casting.
His name's in the title.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the movie.
The curse of...
But what's the balance of, like, you just don't show the villain that much, or the balance of we just don't want to remind you that Johnny Depp is in this?
No. It was one shot. I think it was the right amount, which was a single shot.
Yeah.
But I think moving forward, look, you're in a magic universe. You can do anything you want. You can be like, well, I cast a transfiguration spell, and something went wrong, and now you're stuck back as Colin Farrell. Whoops. Like,
Hey!
I think people would be fine with that.
Yeah. I mean, the reveal at the end of the first one, I thought went over like a wet fart. When it was like, "Hi, I'm Johnny Depp," I feel like the reaction in the theater was like,
Why?
Oh.
Why?
"Why?"
Well,
Why
yeah,
are
it was
you
also
Johnny
it came
Depp?
out during one of those moments where Johnny Depp was in everything. Like he
Yeah.
has clusters of movies, and like, oh, come on, man.
We've watched 16 sad pirate movies now, and I'm tired of looking at your scarf face. I'm just sick of looking at it. Get out of my wizard movie. That said, Jacob, maybe my favorite Harry Potter character. So I'm excited he's back, and I'm excited he
Yeah, you
has
need
his
that.
love memories.
If we're not going to have any children in Harry Potter anymore, you need someone with a childlike sense about them of wonder and like, oh wow, magic's cool, like reminding us that this is cool and not
Little
blasé.
whimsical.
Yeah,
that's
whimsy.
a little bit of whimsy. I agree with you. That's one of the things that I was thinking when they showed Hogwarts is that I feel like that the grimness of the last movie was largely because you don't have the optimistic eyes of innocence with which to view the grimness, because it gets grim in Harry Potter.
Are you ready for the James Potter Snape cameo? Or is
Oh,
do you think
boy.
those will line up? Actually, someone will correct me on the timeline.
Yeah, the
think they're a little
timing is
later.
off.
Later.
They're a little bit later. Yeah. So, but eventually, I'm
Yeah.
always ready for that. Yeah, I would love a Snape
Because when Tom
backstory.
Riddle's a boy, he already looks like Michael Gambon
Yeah.
when he visits Tom Riddle in the orphanage.
Yeah.
For the villain, though, I mean, we don't see much of Voldemort in the first few Harry Potters. He's just an idea, and I feel like that's
He's a head on the back of a guy's head.
He who must not
Yeah.
be named.
Yeah.
But
Or
he's
seen.
also, it's not so much about Voldemort, it's about what Voldemort inspires other people to do and become. And I feel like that's probably going to be true of Grindelwald, too. Roxy, are you 100% sold on this movie?
Snowman.
Were you going in?
No.
Okay.
Sorry. No. I like Harry Potter enough.
Okay, good. Yeah,
It's
just
not
the
not
perfect
totally
amount.
like cop. If it's a great movie, then I'm gonna love it. But it's not like other franchises where I am like, even if it's not a great movie, these are my people, because they're just not. And the first one was not my cup of tea.
The first Harry Potter movie?
No, the first Fantastic Beasts.
First Fantastic Beasts,
Oh,
yes.
sure.
Yeah.
It was a letdown, and the beasts looked cool. That was
Fantastic.
about all
Didn't see
I-
too many
they were
Fantastic Beasts in
Yeah,
this.
in this
Just the
trailer we
water.
saw like a little bit, but not really. And that was kind of my favorite part of all the stuff. They were all cool looking. And when he went into that place that was in his suitcase,
Yep.
yeah,
Suitcase zoo.
Sure.
I want one of those.
Yeah. You're not the biggest Potter fan, so...
What?
Oh. I did.
How dare you?
It's all relative,
You
Roth.
look like Harry Potter.
I mean, how many wands do you have?
He looks like the boy who died inside.
Well, I am a Hufflepuff, according to Pottermore.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Really?
Where's my camera?
I wouldn't have guessed.
Legends tell of
Legends tell of the boy
will
who
not need
died
to kill,
inside.
for he's already dead.
Imagine if you just swept your hair and underneath.
There was there was a
revealed
little
right
frowning
now.
face.
Yeah, there was a little reveal of the makeup from one of the roasts we made that none of you liked, where I did indeed play Harry Potter.
Truly, the legends are true.
Truly, the legends are true.
Well, as the world's biggest Harry Potter fan, are you now on board?
I don't know. I think I was the lone person in the Honest Trailer room that somewhat liked Fantastic Beasts. Like, I was at least like the defender of it, but I also like Thor: Dark World. So the hell do I know? I don't know. This one looks okay. I need a little more whimsy. I think a little more Jacob. I need about 110% more Jacob.
And a few magical creatures.
Yeah,
All
a few
right.
more Dan Fogel faces.
Well,
to
there
the
we
kid.
go.
Yeah, if the sequel to this is magic, holy shit, it exists.
Yeah.
And it's just
It's
Jacob.
just Dan Fogel going.
I don't mind that. I'd watch that.
Can that be
short.
like a ride at Universal or something?
Yeah, magic, holy shit. I would go to that
I want
ride.
that to be the new 3D ride.
Yeah.
It's just the dark room ride, and it's just.
And you need
Dan
to cast
Fogel just
Dan
like,
Fogel
hey, we're going to
lookalikes,
look.
yeah.
Did you see that?
That's what it feels like every time I go to Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley at Universal, which I do. A decent
frequently?
amount of
After work.
time. After work, after a rough day at work. Oh, get
More
me a
butterbeer.
stiff butterbeer. Play it again, Sam. And then it's just the whimsical.
This band only knows one song.
I will. You're right, because the thing is, you need that character as well, because Harry was that character in the first few books where magic was so new to him. So we were discovering it with him and his powers at the same time. So it's two of us pretty much on board with this. Two of us. We'll
What's
see.
next to the board? Because I'm on that. I'm not in the water.
You're on the edge.
The
Roxy.
wall.
Yeah.
I'm
Living on the edge.
The board usually sits on the wall, so you're the wall.
I'm
You
You're
guys
not
let us know.
interested in wizards.
You let us know what you think in the comments below. Are you on board or not? Other news happened today. Scott Eastwood, who you will be seeing in the upcoming Pacific Rim Uprising,
Yes.
among other things, in an interview said that he would love to play Wolverine. Of course, he was
You and me
asked.
both, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. This was with Screen Rant, and he was asked about it. And he said, I love Wolverine. He's one of my favorite comic book characters of all time. He's a renegade, total badass renegade. He's kind of, a loose cannon. Doesn't play by the rules. He's kind of that. That's the kind of character I love. So Screen Rant said, oh, if they called you and said, do you want to play Wolverine? Would you say yes? To which you replied 100%.
Yes.
Like,
duh.
yeah.
You called me and were like, "Do you want to play Wolverine?" I'd be like, "Yeah."
I actually really like him though, and could legitimately
see it?
see this. Yeah, as much as I want to be like, okay, he's a little pretty boy. He's a little pretty boy. He is a little pretty boy, but I feel like he could scruff up. And
I mean, so Jackman though.
yeah, and as a young Wolverine, it depends on what they're doing now.
Wolverine's
we don't know.
never young though.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's like a
But we just saw the like withered, aged, depressed Logan version.
I mean, fresh-faced Logan.
And so I don't know. It depends on where they're going, and depends on when this is happening. Talk about him in 5 years from now. I feel like he could go right into that. I think that people take these kind of things out of context, and people are like, "Oh my God, he wants to play Wolverine." Any actor who's asked if they want to play Wolverine, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah, I just
You
thought,
ask me that, I say yes.
yeah, for me though, Wolverine is like forever 45, which would be a really good
Title for the movie?
clothing store to compete with
Yeah.
Forever 21. But
Or Dashboard Confessional's saddest comeback album.
Well, how old is he? He's got to be almost 30.
yeah, but like just in
How old
vibe
does he
and look,
look?
like I want them to like just like do open call and like find just some like little like 5'2" trucker who's like made of iron and
Yeah.
like is just like "Arr," just always angry and
Yeah.
then put some claws on him and
You
let him
just
loose.
described Peter Dinklage.
Okay, I'd do it. Well,
You know
he's
what? I'll
already
do
in the
it. I'll do it.
X-averse.
Yeah, yeah. But not the MCU X-averse.
Yeah.
I think the only, because a lot of people always jump in and they're like, they forgot Hugh Jackman was too tall. Like he was fine, but he was too tall. Wolverine's short. And like, I'm like, what do you want? Like young Bob Hoskins is the only person who could have played Wolverine.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Wolverine also, like, aside from a moment in X2 and Logan, like, never did anything cool physically. Like, you want him to be this little ball of fury just bouncing around the place.
Who
and, like,
cares if he's short? I don't
This
understand.
is it's like a very much, it informs his character, Roxy. He's, like, always the little guy that they're like, oh, look at this little guy. And then he gets very angry, and then his little claws come out. He's a Wolverine. He's
It's
like a little
film.
furry Wolverine.
You can make
Yeah.
big people look little and little people look
What if-
big.
There's also a lot of really short actors in Hollywood that expend no limit to the amounts of times they spend trying to look taller. So
Right.
like cast Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
He's super
Interesting.
short.
And he's, like, full of...
and he's super full of energy.
Yeah,
He's
that'd be
in
hilarious.
DC camp right now. He can't be messing with Wolverine.
That'd be so funny. Tom Cruise's Wolverine is
too
hilarious
positive.
to me.
Too positive.
Hey!
I'm gonna die today.
All right, I'm in.
That is the worst casting I've ever heard.
I'm in love with the murder that I'm gonna do. I'm getting on the couch. I'm gonna declare it.
Uh-huh.
You get that Oprah
Yeah, I
reference?
did.
Yes.
I did.
Audience?
Very topical.
very, very topical.
2009, I think?
Speaking of,
I can't think of someone who should play Wolverine aside
Before
from
that.
Tom Cruise, so I guess Scott Eastwood's welcome to it.
Yeah,
I
Scott
can't- I
Eastwood.
can't think of something better off the top of my head.
all right, you guys let us know what you think. Nicolas Cage is going to finally get his shot to play Superman. Now, we know that he was cast in Tim Burton's aborted Superman Lives. And now he's going to get the chance. He's going to voice Superman ... in an animated film. Teen Titans Go in the movies. Yeah, that's nice.
Is that what it looks like?
I hope so.
It's adorable.
So this will be.
He's got
like,
he has his chin.
so
Sure does.
Teen Titans Go is sort of like
Titan.
like a chibi, like cute little like funny wacky cartoon aimed at kids. So yeah, I think that's a funny choice for Nicolas Cage to come in and do Superman in that show. I see what they're doing. I see what you're doing, Teen Titans Go.
You're doing that. You're throwing one at the parents.
Yeah,
Or watching
exactly.
with the kids. Like,
Exactly.
oh, they did the thing.
They
with
did
the
it.
kid.
Yeah, they
all
absolutely
right.
did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to live on their app, their streaming service?
No, it's a real movie.
It's real.
It's a real movie.
movie.
Yeah. Good for him. He seems so bitter about the whole thing, and I probably would be too. So if this makes him feel better, then he should voice all of the Supermen. Because I feel bad for him with this one. That sucks. Like if you watch The Death of Superman Live, What Happens, the John Schnapp film, you feel gutted for him. He spent so many people spent so much time and invested so much of themselves, and to try to embody a character that you never get to play, I can only imagine what that would be like. So if this helps,
Yeah,
if this
you've, like-
moves the needle for him.
You've named your kids after him and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then they're like, "Nah, this is done."
Nah. Yeah, let the healing begin for Nick Cage. I think we can all agree on that. I think he more responds to the idea. I remember doing an interview with him and asking about the Death of Superman Lives, because Schnapp's movie and all that. And he just looked really sad and really depressed. And he was like, I just don't want to become another meme on the internet.
Too late.
Yeah, no,
Sorry,
I know,
Nick Cage.
but it was so raw, and it was
Totally.
like, that has to suck. He was an actor who was incredibly admired. He was respected. Then his career went this other way,
Yeah,
And it
but
was
then his
already-
career went back another way in like adaptation and he had
For a
resurgence,
period of
yeah.
time.
And then now he's back to meme time.
Well,
But
he's
it's
a
not
lot
like
of debt,
any role.
Spencer.
It's
A lot of debt. He had to
Superman.
sell a
Yeah.
lot of dinosaur skulls.
A lot of debt. Speaking of debt, Netflix, Amazon. We've been talking a lot about the streaming wars between them, upcoming with Apple and things like that. But let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, who Netflix was modeling with their content creation, which is One HBO. They basically
Box
wanted to
Office
be on streaming what HBO was to cable. Now HBO is, of course, looking to be HBO on streaming as well, and get into that. So they took a kind of shot at Amazon and Netflix. And speaking to Deadline, HBO executive Francesca Orsi said, quote, I don't want to out some of the partners and producers that we work with, but lately a couple of the prestige pieces that have come through our door are passionately saying they want to set it up at HBO. Because at Amazon, they don't get some of the benefits in marketing, or they can't travel the cast to the premiere. Amazon is not paying for travel, which is somewhat of a disgrace, and they need to know that. And others don't want to get lost in Netflix. And so it's interesting. I feel like that whole message is just like, hey, HBO is still HBO. You creators. It's almost a message via Deadline because that is a trade. So it's going out to people that are in the business, in the industry, saying to producers, you want to be in business with us because Amazon's not going to get you on a plane and you're going to get lost in Netflix and your thing's not going to get seen.
I'm shocked because Amazon will ship anything in 2 days for free. The fact that they can't just tag along on one of those things that ships me. Hey,
That was a really good one.
yeah, the fact that they can't move people around quickly enough or pay for that.
Get a drone or
is a little
something.
bit silly.
What is this, digital?
Here's why I'm actually surprised with this. I think that it is very strange when number one takes a shot at number two. It's unnecessary. Just keep going in the direction you're going. HBO to me is number one, has been number one. This shows that they're very afraid. This is
Yeah,
a
of course
fear-based
they're
thing.
afraid.
And things like this will make it worse for them. Things like acknowledging this and saying, and they need to know they should fly their talent. Why do you give an F if they fly their talent somewhere? Why do you have to call them out on that? It is stupid. Amazon obviously should bring their talent to premieres. However, why does HBO feel the need to be like, na to number two? You don't have to say that. If you're number one, be number one.
It also sounds a little like a Trump quote. Like, a lot of people coming to our doors saying they want to set up shop here, not there, because airplanes. A lot of people want to work with us. We got the airplanes.
Pay you fair. Yeah.
We got fair. You won't get
Netflix-
lost in a
Netflix
maze.
is huge.
In a
It's a
streaming
huge
maze.
place.
Home
don't
box
wanna be
office is
there.
very huge.
It's just huge.
Yeah, I think that this is like growing pains for Amazon getting into the entertainment content business of like, yeah, like you waste a little money, quote unquote, to have people just feel good and feel like they're taken care of, so that they just like want to work with you more. And
It's a PR investment.
but they're coming from it as like a tech company where they're like, well, we need to optimize our input and output. So
They
like,
just start turning profit
Right.
Yeah.
pretty recently.
And by the way, maybe they're right. I don't know. That's not my end of the business.
What is the next thing that she's going to make fun of?
I mean, well,
Like their craft services?
which would be amazing. They have stale
crafty
3-day-old bagels.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is,
So much gluten.
When you think about how much those costs are, though, certain talent probably are they ask for a lot of things. They want to fly first class. They want to fly first class with
we could do a
people.
whole video on
Like,
on
on
riders,
riders.
for big
What
celebrities.
the hotels they're staying in look
And
like.
the truth is, that's like first class is like 10 grand. I mean, potentially $10,000. It's a lot of money. So I don't know. Yes, obviously if you're going to have a premiere, why would you not bring the talent for it? That's crazy. But it is a funny quote to me because it just feels like it never does look good to be petty.
and this is very petty.
Plus, like, we remember when you guys were just real sex. Like, I remember HBO pre-Sopranos when you were just like, please watch HBO Real Sex.
Taxi cab
and
confession.
Taxi Cab
Yeah.
Confessionals. Oz. Can't trick me. I remember you, HBO.
Sure, but I mean, it does show fear.
Just
but
the
I think
Postman and
Also,
Taxi Cab Confessionals.
do you
on the
think
loop.
that anybody ever actually came up to HBO and was like, "We don't want to be with Amazon because they won't fly us there if we ever,
course.
this ever
people
gets
are
made"?
spoiled.
There's
Yeah.
no way that somebody said that. The sole reason we don't want to be at Amazon is if this actually runs, they won't fly us there.
Well, it's like
The least of your worries.
It's like the Led Zeppelin roadie Eminem story, right? Where it's like, like sort all the M&Ms out by color. That was like part of their thing.
I thought you were talking about the rapper.
No, different. Yeah. The candy M&Ms, they had them sorted all out. But it wasn't because they were obsessed with M&Ms. It was because if they saw that happened, that they sorted out all the M&Ms, then they didn't need to worry about everything else they put on the list.
Yeah,
so it's
that's
like
true.
if they won't pay your plane ticket to go to the premiere, like they're probably cutting corners all over the place. It just gives you a bad vibe.
It gives you a bad
I get
vibe.
that.
And then also I think that people are used to once you become used to certain standards, it feels like a disrespect if they don't adhere to that standard. It feels like, and also the truth is there is a very real fear that if you create something and that it's a great piece of work, that either Amazon's does not have the capability, know yet how to properly market it.
That I agree with.
Or B, there is a ton of content on Netflix right now. There's just a ton.
It's not that they're wrong with any of this. It's just, why are you saying this out loud?
Well, why are any of us saying anything out loud most of the time? Welcome to Screen Junkies Universe. We have a zombie to beat up, ladies and gentlemen, because The Walking Dead is back on. We had Robert Kirkman here the other day, and in celebration of zombieism and The Walking Dead and all of the things.
That's terrifying.
And frankly, just getting a little bit of aggression out, which we talked about the other day, which is a really unhealthy desire that I possess.
Yeah.
We're going to do our best Negan, and we're going to beat this zombie.
Beat the zombie.
Beat the zombie. Beat the... Do I have to go first?
I guess so, yeah. It shows how it's done.
How do you
Yeah.
hit it?
Do you need me to hold it?
Ready?
Wait to be on camera.
Yeah, wait, it hasn't...
Does somebody hold it up for you?
No.
You're hitting it on the ground.
Hit it on the ground.
I'm not gonna hold it while she's swinging a bat.
For all potential sponsors, we'll beat up anything you send us.
Rick! You better get your diaper on, because it's about to be poo time!
No, Spencer, go now.
Okay.
Rick!
I want the last bit.
I'm gonna hold him up!
well, careful.
Rick!
Okay. Rick! I haven't watched your show since season 3. I hope you died on that farm!
Yeah! Yeah! Ah!
There's nothing in here.
Oh. Roxy, get it! Get that candy!
Excuse me.
Rick! Welcome to PP Parrot City! Yeah! Whoa! Oh, get us that candy!
Go, finish it off.
Dun 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 dun. Finish it.
Woo! Rick! Hey, Rick! Welcome to Shit Town! Population, you're shit!
Finisher!
Yeah!
Yeah!
I want the heart! Oh!
Oh, I'm not eating that.
take the brains. You'll die.
All right.
I watched this show.
We have just enough candy for us to enjoy. We're going to continue doing the murder of that pinata, that glorious pinata. I am short. I am so short.
I'm short, too.
We are going to sign off for the day. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to tune into Movie Fights on Thursday at 4 p.m. Go watch the Honest Trailer. It's out today. It's about Bright. You're going to love it. Honest Trailer's commentary available right now. And we will see you tomorrow. Well, they always see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Don't patronize me.
Yeah, get up.
I'm standing.
I gotta put the heel on, otherwise I'd be with you.
I'm standing right now for the love of Mike. I'm a small woman, but large of heart. I don't know. Okay, good show.